Hello, YouTube fans. Here again. I did the original one, that being Mad Max with Mel Gibson. Why not this one? Mad Max 2, The Road Warrior. That's right, Mad Max 2, The Road Warrior. I actually love The Road Warrior. It's one of my favourite films. Mad Max 2, The Road Warrior. Now, a lot of people actually say this was the best one. I do admit, and I did offend Beyond Thunderdome, but it's one of them. I do actually like this one a lot more. It was out of fire, it was out of bloody, it was out of everything. And again, I remember seeing the original art covers and the original posters, and again, none of them, none of them look fuck all like Mel Gibson. But it's a good one. This definitely put a lot more money and a lot more budget in this one, a lot more of a budget, and you can see it. And it's a lot of good history about the film because I think rightly in Australia and some parts of America, it was called just The Road Warriors. It wasn't even considered a sequel to Mad Max. It was just called The Road Warriors. Where in the UK and other parts of the country, it was called Mad Max 2. And later on in this, in the UK, it was called Mad Max 2, The Road Warrior. So it's a good bit of history there about the film, and I always wondered if you remember the wrestlers. So I know one of the brothers is now sadly passed away. May rest in peace. I always wonder whether the wrestlers back in the good old days of the old wrestling used the idea of the Road Warriors, because I always find it funny that them two brothers in the old days of WWF, and we've got it WF. I always find it funny that they called themselves the Road Warriors. They actually called themselves the Road Warriors, and you got villains very similar to it. Now, it does start off, it does show bits from the original, Mel Gibson's wife getting run over by the bikers, the two dang and all that, and him getting his sweet revenge. And I love the way it's shot, it shows it in black and white, it shows old footage of things going on, predictable stuff, war, priests beating up people, all that. And it shows bits what I've just said, bits from the original Mad Max. I love the music and all, and it's very down darting music. Which I do remember they used a bit of that music in Missing in Action 2. I do love that bit of the opening. I love that it then goes, stretches out in widescreen, goes in colour. And I just love the opening. It fires out really at you, dead bold. And then you got our mate again, Mel Gibson. Now, he's more of a chaffer in this. He's got a dog, and there's funny bits where he's eating fucking dog meat, and it's, you probably think it's laughable. It's men like the Road Warriors fighting for oil. I don't mean fucking diets here. They're fighting for oil, right? They're fighting for oil. Understandable, right? Oil is like a substance they need, and they fucking kill people for it, right? So they're fighting for gasoline. Yeah, remember that? They're fighting for gasoline. And Max, played again by our mate Mel Gibson, meets these people who are like a family, right? He offers them a deal to help them out. At first, he ain't going to do it. He's more for that. He's more for that. Now, at first, he gets abducted and beaten up because I'm going ahead of myself. This poor guy gets killed by the Road Warriors, gets brutally murdered, right? And at first, he offers to help him for that. At first, you probably think that Max is a bit of a selfish prick. He's just more for himself. And he's actually how his character is. But it's understandable. His wife, his kid got killed in number 1. But as the film goes on, you get to like the character. Yeah, he starts off selfish, but he does help the people. He helps them out. There's a bit where he leaves them, he does his business, and the people tell him to fuck off because he stuck to an oath and he stuck to the deal. He dies off, but the Road Warriors badly wound him. And he comes back and says, fuck it, I'm going to help you out. I told us before that he twats one of the leaders, but I do love the way the leader had a go at Mel Gibson before Mel Gibson, that's Mad Max, twats him, right? He says a date line where it says, tell me a story, Max. Come on, tell me a story. What made you this way, Max? What made you cold? So as Max doesn't want anything to do with it, he's stuffing him away. Come on, what made you cold? He says something. It's an earth that Max just called bang and whacks him. But because he gets wounded, it's a bit sad. The dog gets killed. I didn't really think you need to kill the dog. This one guy in it who Max works with a lot, right? And I'm positive. I'm fucking positive. He was, and he was actually, I'm right here. He was also in Beyond Thunderdome. I shit you not, he was in Beyond Thunderdome. And I always wonder if he was the same character in it. He has a lad in it But I love the scene in it where he's down about smart Matt, and Matt knocks him on his ass. He says, "Right, I'll do you a deal. I'll let you live." How's that for a barding? So I do love it in this. I do think he's a lot more badass in this, and it does show him limping. So it does tie on that story from the original where he got shot in the leg. He has like a thing, it's like a metal bar, and he has a bit of a limp in it, Mel Gibson, and they give him a bit of right hair to make him look like he's a little bit older. As we all know, he wasn't at that age. I mean, he was doing his heyday, Mel Gibson. I love the scene in it where they're having the epic car chases and the cars are here, the cars are there. Got one woman in it who's an Aussie actress. If you remember her, she was well known in 1979 for singing "Video Killed the Radio Star." Video killed the radio star. Well known, very pretty in that era. She's in the film. She gets killed, by the way. She also appeared in The Living Daylights. A very nice scene where she's naked. Whether it was her or a body double, different story. Been in a few things, but she's in it. She gets brutally killed. Our main character, who's the main hero, he gets killed. Not Max, but the leader of these other people, he gets killed. It's just kind of the same because I kind of like his character. I love the science where he has a go at Max. Told me his story, Max. I kind of felt sorry that he got killed. And some of the other characters get killed, but they have the epic fight. The World Warriors get the World Berserkers. They fuck off. They save the gasoline. They drive off. You do get one kid in it though, right? I'm not going to shit you. You get one kid, and I do find him a little bit annoying. It makes them daft fucking noises. But I do love you hear the voice, what's supposed to be like the grown up version of that kid, where he's telling the story about Max and how he saved the day and he was considered the World Warrior, the Knight, the Holy One, all that shite. But I do love it. I love to see where it's back in. It's hard to explain this. I saw the movie, but again, I don't want to get in trouble by Water Buffers. Copyright, it was done by Water Buffers. But I do love the scene when it's all brown and you've got like the fade of a saddle and it's Max again, played by Mel Gibson. And I love the music in it, you know. Do, do, do. I'm not going to do the rest, I'll kill it. But I just love the way that music is shot. It's epically done. It ends, and you got Max just stood there. You got the idea he's now a difter. It's going to be like Chain, you know, like in Kung Fu. And he's down and follows that on in Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome. But I don't like this one. I mean, it was out of fire, and it was more of an apocalypse universe, and like the original where it was just car chases, you had peace, you get the idea it was the future, but I didn't really see it that futuristic. It was just the peace chasing after a couple of fucking bikers. In this, you do get that feel. You get that feel. It's an apocalypse. It's a dying out universe. It's this. It's that, and I love it. I dilute it for that. I think Mad Max 2, The World Warrior, is a good one. It's a good one. I like it. What else can I fucking say? I love it. But again, I mean, that's why I had issues with the Fury Road. No Mel Gibson, no Mad Max. And when you think about it, Fury Road was more of a sequel to this one, The Road Warriors. But in my eyes, I felt that Mad Max 2, The Road Warrior, was a better and more of a damn good film. A better film. Again, practical car chases, stuff in deserts, none of this fucking shitty CTR you see nowadays. This was done the right way. It was done the right way. There's some wearing shorts. I'm not all to naked people, but it was done the right way. And to me, it wasn't done by fuck it. I love doing it. Why not? It wasn't done by a piece of fucking wood actor. You had a real actor called Mel Gibson. Why they didn't have him in Fury Road fucks my brain. But at the end of the day, I like this. I think it's a damn good sequel, damn good film. One of the best out of them all. I mean, I do like Beyond Thunderdome, but it has its issues. I mean, I like Tina Turner. I like the song. I like We Don't Need Another Hero. I like all that. But I think the fact that Dad would give it more of a milder rating, it wasn't as out-of-fire, it wasn't this, it wasn't that the villains wasn't as villainless as the ones in Mad Max, it wasn't as evil as the ones in fuck it, I just said it, Mad Max 2, The World Warriors. wasn't as evil as them. I mean, I do remember there's one guy in it who has a hockey mask on and he's got these weird veins on his head. And he's like, no, Baba, no. And you got another guy, you might remember in, let me think of it, Demando. You see where, Demando, where Arnie falls that tube by him, he says that line, sell us some stew, Bennett. Well, he's in it. And you got the idea he's gay actually in one scene. His boyfriend gets killed, but doesn't really ram all that sexuality in your face, unlike most films do nowadays. But I do like that scene. I was wondering whether the somebody who did the Friday the 13th saw it, because I do find it funny when you look at the main villain. He's got that bald head, he's got that hockey mask on. He does look very similar to how Jason Voorhees would look in the later Friday the 13th. So I always find that very funny how that character looked like that. But did they actually see this film, Mad Max 2? So it definitely influenced a lot of things. It's a good one. Into then. See you soon. Be smart. Be safe. I'll do more reviews on the way. Into then. See you soon. See you later.